now they double tap. I was on the ground till I broke through the ground. Not only time they looking down, it's when they bow. Let's go. They used to overlook me, now they overbook me. Said I never level up, funny how the level shook me. Now I shake the stage, seismic, every line crooked. Boom, bar so cold, every hater catching frostbite. Came from the bottom with a shovel and a light grit. Yeah, now I'm on top like a lens with crop fit. Top floor, triple my vision, now my future got a plot twist. I'm on it steady now, profit from the profit. Had to run the numbers, now the numbers run me. Turn my L's into lessons, now the lessons love me. They do dirt on my name, guess the dirt with money. Now the view from the top looks sunny, ain't it funny? From the floor to the sky, look up, they was sleeping on the kid, now they woke up.
Now come on in, get them lights up. We about to get started here. Come on up in here and get them lights up. Show love to black content creators. And if you don't like me, then, you know, go to the next room. But we about to get it. Show some love. Let's come in. Let's do this the right way. Triple entendres hitting heavy when they base it. Come on. Shout out. Get them lights up, family. Get them lights up. Let's try to make the For You page. Shout out to Jerry. How you doing, brother? This week we launching. This week we are launching. It's about to go down. This week, brother, we are launching. So be on the lookout for them coins hitting that. Come on, man. This week we launching, baby. Yeah, we launching. It's going down. It's going down. Stay tuned to the Telegram, man. You gonna see it. Stay tuned. Shout out to Red Hills. I see you up in here. Get them likes up, family. Give me some likes. Come on, let's try to make the For You page. Let's try to make the For You page. We gonna chop it up, man. We gonna chop it up today. We gonna chop it up today. We are gonna chop it up today. We about to make history this week. It's going down. We about to make history this week. And we not looking back. We looking forward. Come on. Y'all show me some love. Give me some likes. We about to get into it.
You know who built this? Yeah.
We about to get into it.
Yeah. You know who built this?
Y'all know who built this. Come on. Hey, check this out, family. They gotta respect your gangster, man. That's all I'm gonna say, family. They got to respect our gangster. You understand what I'm saying? Listen, family. We are not performative people. Okay, we are good at entertaining people. Okay, you can say that's one of our strong points. We are entertaining, but we are not performative people, family. Don't mistake my kindness for weakness. Don't ever call me nice. I'm not nice, but I am kind. I'm benevolent with boundaries. We're going to talk about it, man. We're going to talk because a lot of people, man, you know, they think because you have that, because we have good hearts. We have a soul. Okay? We feel, we vibe. It's an energy thing with us, right? We are connected to the universe. And all living and all things created, we are connected to that. So we're not mean. We're not harsh people. We're energy people. We vibe off of energy. We can sense it. We sense things. We feel things that other people don't feel. We have empathy in our heart. But a lot of times, y'all don't respect it. Y'all think y'all getting over, and we really just throwing you a bone. You know what I'm saying? We throwing you a lifeline, and you acting like we supposed to do this. You know what I'm saying? And then when we don't throw you a lifeline, you want to feel some type of way. Family, we're gonna talk about it, man. Get the likes up. Let's try to get on the For You page, man. We're gonna chop it up with the family, man. I'm kind, but I'm not nice. Okay? You're never gonna take advantage of me. It's never gonna happen. Don't even think you can. It amazes me how people try to talk crazy. You know, it amazes me when I do things out of the kindness of my heart. People think I'm trying to please them. No, nigga. No. I'm just really like that. I don't care. I didn't do it for your applause. I didn't do it to get your attention. I did it because it felt good at that moment. It was a kind thing that it was me being generous because I have so much. I'm so skilled. I'm so talented that I don't have to hoard it for myself. Matter of fact, I don't even come on TikTok just, I don't come on TikTok for monetary gain. I come on TikTok out of love for the family. You understand? I don't do anything. Listen, money is motivating to a lot of people. And money at times can be a motivator. But that's not why I'm here. I'm not here because I'm motivated by money. I'm motivated by legacy. I'm motivated by my lineage. You understand? There's a difference. See, some of y'all move for money because you are a slave to money. But money, I'm going to make money. I attract money so I don't have to ever chase after money. Because money is constantly following me. Wherever I go, there's somebody who's trying to fund one of my projects. That's a guarantee. That's guaranteed. Why? Because my projects are so thorough. And a lot of time it's life changing or life altering. And I'm constantly on the cutting edge of things and doing things differently than other people. When everybody's going right, I'm going left because I got my own lane. You understand? I don't need to people please for anybody. All I got to do is be me. I'm never gonna ride somebody's job. It's not gonna happen. I'm not a fan. I'm never gonna be a fan. I respect your lane. I respect your position. I respect what you're doing and what you're bringing to the table and the value that you got. But that's it. I'm not riding nobody's dick. It's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. I got my own lane. I know where I'm strong at. I know where I'm weak at. I've already assessed myself already. You understand, family? I've already assessed myself. I've already measured my strengths, measured my weakness, weighted everything. And I know for sure, as long as I stay right here, I'm going to shine. And nobody can take me out of that spot. Nobody can take me out of that spot because that spot was made for me. It was designed for me. It wasn't made for you. See, if you try to come and try to take my spot, you're not going to be able to do it like me. You're not going to be able to do it like me. It's not going to happen. You're not going to do it like me. I can only do it like me. And I do it so well. When I'm in my lane, I'm king. You understand what I'm saying? Family, we're going to talk about it today. You know, because a lot of times People don't respect our gangsters because we got so much talent, we got so much ability, and it's like we got so many throwaways. We got so many throwaways that people actually think that we care about them. People actually think that we're performative for them. People actually think we're nice and they can take advantage of us because we got so many throwaways that we're like, here, man, take this. Oh, this brother's nice. Let me see what else I can get. Don't work that way, family. It don't work that way. See, there's a difference between nice and kind. See, nice equals performative submission. Nice is like a flashing neon light sign on your forehead saying, come take advantage of me because I don't value anything. I don't value anything. I don't value myself enough. That's what nice means. I don't value myself enough that I have to people please. I don't value the lane that I'm in. I glorify your lane, and I look up to you. So I need your affirmation. I need an affirmation from you in order to feel good because I don't already feel good about myself. That's what nice means. Nice is performative submission. But kind is controlled benevolence. Kind is not me giving to every single bum I see on the street wanting a crumb. Kind is feeling with my spirit, with my inner man and my gut instinct saying, hey, this brother, he needs a lifeline and only you can give it to him. He's been here waiting for you. Kind is I'm on assignment. See, when I'm kind, I'm on assignment. I'm not just willy-nilly doing things just to do something. I'm actually moving by the spirit. I'm moving by the power of my inner man. My inner man says, this brother needs your help. This person, this woman, this man, this boy, this girl, this being right here needs some assistance. And only you can give it to him. And you were sent here to do that. See, that's kind. See, FBA people, see, Foundational Black Americans, we're not nice. We're not nice. We're measured. We're strategic. We're sovereign. See, when you wake up and you start walking in real truth, you understand what I'm about to say right here. You understand this. Grace and mercy is only reserved for my lineage. No one else. See, that may sound harsh to somebody who doesn't know no better. You haven't woken up to the understanding. You're not really walking in truth. You're walking in circumstance. You're walking in a lie. A lie that might even be dressed up by the truth, but it's still a lie. See, once you understand this, my FBA family, that grace and mercy is only reserved for your lineage, you're going to be set free. You will not be free. You will not be sovereign until you understand that grace and mercy is only reserved for the family. Anybody outside the family, they don't deserve it. See, righteousness should be rewarded by righteousness, not with evil. Okay, my boy King Vincent said he got an opening in Suriname. I can't wait to hear what he got to say. Grace and mercy is only reserved for the lineage, family. It's we should never be nice to folks. But it's out of respect, right? It's and out of righteousness' sake, it's good to be kind. But you don't have to be kind all the time. You need to be strategic with your kindness. I was having a conversation. Shout out to Miss NJ. We was having a great conversation. We were going back and forth, ironing was sharpening the iron. And we were both standing on business. And we both understood that, hey man, that we have the same goal in mind, and that is to uplift our people. So even though she's a I'll call it what, she's a mentor of mine, I'm still gonna stand on business. I respect her, and she respects me enough to say what she needs to say, and I respect her enough to say what I need to say. Because I understand that there's some angles that maybe she can't see, that I have some vantage points, right? When you're the outside looking in, you can see some things that somebody from the inside looking out can't see. So you have a vantage point from the outside, but I have a vantage point from the inside. And I'm going to stand on that. And it has nothing to do with about being nice, because I'm not here to people please. I'm here to bring solutions to my people. I'm here to bring solutions to the situation. See, when I see a problem, family, I don't combat. Shout out to Jasmine. I don't combat a problem with the problem. I don't look at a problem and then seek out more problems. No. I see a problem, and immediately I bring a solution to that problem. I bring a solution to the table. I don't bring another problem on top of another problem, because that's stupid. I'm not stupid. I'm a problem solver. So why would I want to bring another problem to the table when I can bring a solution to the table? Family, listen. I'm here to tell you, family, that niceness is social programming. See, everybody wants Black Americans to be nice. You ever understand that? They want foundational Black Americans to be nice. Why aren't you nice? Why can't you smile more? I remember in school, I was so serious and so intense, right? I'm so focused. because I'm a focused individual, right? That people would tell me, why don't you smile more? Why? What is there for me to smile about when I'm there to take care of business? I'm here to take care of business. I'm not here to smile. I can smile when I feel like it, when I want to, when there's something to smile about. But if I'm focused because I'm here to solve a problem, I don't need to look non-threatening for you. I need to look how the hell I look. But yeah, you want me to smile, I'll smile. But you just gonna call it a fake smile if I do smile. Y'all want to see me smile? That's me smiling. And what you're gonna say is that's fake. See, I'm not here to please you. I'm not here to make you feel at ease because I'm a Black man in a space. See, a lot of times people don't like us because when we step into a space, we take it over. Not on purpose. Not on purpose. It's just because that's what we do. I can just walk into a room. Literally, I can pull up. And without even trying, I'm going to garnish the attention that is needed for that room. Without even trying, family, I'm going to garnish the attention that is needed for that room. I'm not going to overdo it. I'm not going to overplay it. I'm just going to be me. And you know what? Haters gonna hate. Haters gonna hate because they want Black Americans to show up and be humble. That's why they don't like a Shador Sanders. Because when Shador step in that room, he dominates his space because he understands his game. He's confident in what he brings to the table and the value. See, that's the difference, family. They want us to be nice because they was used to breaking our posture during slavery and Jim Crow. They want us to be nice. They want us to be docile like these Africans and these Caribbeans who look up to YT people. They want us to look up to YT people like they're gods. They want us to give them all the praise. They want us to give them all the worship. And a foundational Black American, it's just not in us to do that. We don't walk in the room praising people off of racial categories. We earn our respect. We don't give you respect because you're a YT man and you own a construction business, or you think you're doing some commissary, some commerce. I'm not impressed because if you're a foundational Black American, you understand that we live in a system of YT supremacy, a system that gives privileges to people based on race. Based on race. Based on race. We don't live in a true meritocracy, family. We live in a system that says you can only get so far working hard and then you stop, and there's a ceiling. And if you want to go above that ceiling, you got to play the ball. You got to be nice. You got to be nice, family. You ain't gonna get that from us. Niceness comes from fear. Fear of rejection, conflict, or punishment. If you're a foundational Black American, whom do you fear? We don't fear. Me personally, I don't fear nothing. I don't fear no man, no woman. It's just not going. I don't even fear some of the consequences that come with being who I am, because I understand that, hey man, listen, live or unalived, there's a spirit in me that says, no mas. No mas. I ain't taking no shit no more. I done drew my line in the sand, and if you cross that line, that's the point of your no return. That's just what it is, family. See, there's strength in kindness, family. There's strength when you can be kind. When you're doing something because of assignment. When you're doing something based on an energy or a vibe, not on a performative. See, I'm not kind so I can get a reward. I am the reward. You understand what I'm saying? There's a difference. I am the reward. Me showing up here at this time, on this day, I'm on assignment. I'm the reward. So how are you going to reward me when I am the reward? The reward is worthy of itself. You don't even have to, man, let me tell you something. Man, you don't even have to say thank you. Because I am benevolent. I'm benevolent. I have benevolence in me. I move when I need to move. I do when I'm supposed to do. It's not based on you. Everything's based on me. So everybody says, "Oh, my reward, if I'm nice, my reward is gonna be in." Man, I'm not even waiting on heaven, family. Because let me tell you something, karma's real, man. Karma is real. I done sowed so much seed that the universe understands that, hey, man, you got to pay the man. You got to give this man his just due, because he's been sowing seed lately. See, I don't put seed into the ground and not expect it to give me a harvest. I understand that there's certain laws that follow. There's certain universal laws that flow in this thing, man. If you listen, you can deny my works, but the soil will not deny my works. You can act like you didn't see it, but guess what? Hey, man, as long as the universe seen it, I'm okay with that. I'm the reward, family. I'm here to do the will of the Most High and follow my ancestors. That's it. That's it. I don't need your approval. I'm not here to perform for you. I'm sorry if you're not getting. I'm sorry if you're not entertained. But I didn't come here to be an entertainer. I came here to handle business. Kindness is voluntary, chosen, and rooted in power. Kindness requires discernment, family, boundaries, and self-respect. Kindness is doing something because you can, not because you feel forced or coerced to do. See the difference? Kindness is not performative. Kindness is also strategic. You choose when and why. I choose. Kindness is not weakness, family. Weakness is inability to say no. Family, let me tell you something. Don't ever think I'm a yes man, because I'm not. I'm not a yes man. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I understand. Hey, listen. You go too far, I'ma say no. Matter of fact, I might just say no because it's Monday. So don't ask me anything on a Monday, because I'm probably going to say no. And it's not based on how you feel about me when I say no. It's not based on how you feel about me when I say no, because my no means no and my yes is going to mean yes. And that's just the way it is, family. Don't mistake my kindness for weakness. I am benevolent with boundaries. That's what you need to understand. Let me bring up Jasmine. I know she's been sitting there waiting, man. Let's talk to the family, man. Let's talk to the family. Let's talk to the family. Let's talk to the family. Uh-oh. Maybe she left. She left out, but it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Family, listen. Listen. We're the ones that are really from this soil. You understand? When you really from this soil, you're not really entertained by all the BS or by all the pretend. You know, because I don't got it. You know, when you really from somewhere, you don't have to kiss butt to be here. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't flee my homeland to come to America. My homeland just happened to be America. I didn't flee. I didn't flee nowhere. I'm not afraid of somebody kicking me out from where I'm from. I'm from here. You can't kick me out. You can't evict me. You understand what I'm saying? I'm really from here. So I don't have to have none of that performative massa stuff that some of these immigrants bring up in here. I don't have to have that. I can practice benevolence in my community. Based on mutual aid and solidarity, family. But never niceness. I'm not going to bow. I'm not going to fold. And I'm not going to beg. You understand? I'm not going to beg. It's not going to happen. Listen, I'm going to tell you, listen, family, I'm going to tell you right now. This is what I'm going to tell you right now. We're about to make history this week. The FBA coin is about to go live here real soon. If you don't get in early enough, I don't care. I told you about it. FBAcoin.org. You just got to go there. Do your due diligence. Research. Whatever feels comfortable to you, that's what you do. Whatever you're led to do, that's what you do. That's all you're going to get from me, family. Listen, the product sells itself. The product is that good. The product moves on its own. It's so good that people are going to get it. White people, brown people, yellow people. They're going to get it. The product is that good. Everybody's going to get in on this. So the only question you got to ask is, what's preventing you? And here's the only thing that can prevent you from getting involved with the FBA coin. You haven't done your research. You don't know how to research. You don't want to research. You're distracted by so many other things that you haven't researched. That's it. That's it. That's why I'm not tripping. I'm not tripping. Whether you become a founder or not, the coin is still the coin. The thing's about to move. We're about to make waves and break records over here. I'm not moved by even. I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm not even gonna be moved. I'm not even gonna be moved whether the coin is being blown up on the first day we launch it, or it takes time to gradually get off the ground. I'm going to stay even keeled because the product is that good. So family, I'm telling you that there's no beg in me. There's only will. There's only the power and the assurance and the confidence and the competence that I have and that I bring to the table day in, day out. Don't ever mistake my kindness for weakness, because you will be mistaken. What I do because I'm led to do it. It's coming from the heart. It's coming from the mind also. It's not coming out of anything performative, anything that needs reciprocity. I'm probably doing it because it needs to be done. Somebody needs to do it. So guess what I did? I said, I'll do it. The FBA coin did not come off of because I was trying to be performative. The FBA coin came because it was a necessity. It needed to be done. And I saw that nobody was doing it. Or nobody was going to do it the right way. So I said, hey, man, I don't want vultures creating more harm, mistrust, and misinformation in my community. So I said, you know what? I'm going to take control of that. I'm going to make sure this thing gets rolled out the right way. I'm going to make sure nobody harms my community, harms my lineage. So I took responsibility and I stepped up. Not to be performative, but because I'm kind like that. I'm benevolent like that. Because I can. Because I have the ability. I have the know-how. That's why. See, people project their stereotype onto us, family. Others assume our patience equals permission. See, our silence gets misread as softness sometimes, family. Our grace interpreted as gullibility. And people love to test FBA more because we are the culture and the creators and the moral compass of the world. They love to test us, family. See, they want to get us in our emotions, family, but we need to step away from emotions and stay in the logic realm. See, if we're going to be emotional, it always needs to be controlled by logic. We should never let emotions lead. See, when emotions is high, intelligence is low. And they know if they can get you emotional, family, they got you on tilt. You know what on tilt means? That's a poker term that we use. I got you, you're on tilt. That means I got you in your emotions. And now I can move you however I want to move you because you're being funneled now by your emotions, and now it's easier for me to control you now because I got you emotional. See, family, one thing you're gonna learn about me is I don't like emotional men. I don't like emotional Negroes, man. When you start getting emotional, I'm out. I don't like it. It's not a good look to see men who are emotional. It's just not a good look. I would rather men, you stay smooth, calm, collected, in your logic so you can be more calculated. Because when you're in your emotions, you're loosey-goosey and you're reckless. Anything can happen. I don't trust emotional men. The moment I know you're emotional, I don't trust your intelligence anymore. I don't trust that you're giving me the right information because you done already shown me that you're an emotional person. The moment you become an emotional man, I lose respect for you. And it's going to be very difficult for me to give that back because I'm just waiting on the next emotional outburst to happen. I'm waiting on the next crash out to happen. Because I know your weakness. You're moved by emotions. When you become emotions, I'm like, I got you. I lost respect for it because now I know how to control you. Now I know how to control you. See, family, nice guys finish last. Nice guys get it taken advantage of. Nice guys are probably, if not 9 out of 10 times, they're emotional. He said FBAs are chocolate-coated crackers. Your mama's left titty. You tethers be fleeing from sundown till sun up. I'm a lion for 1,000 years. You a lamb for 100,000 years. That's what it is. That's what it is. FBAs are white supremacists in blackface. Thank you. That's an emotional man right there. See what I'm saying? When you run into, emotional men are trolls. They're trolls. That's all they do. They come into spaces they're not even welcomed or warranted or needed, and they try to inject themselves into the conversation, and they do it in such a trollish way that nobody takes them seriously. See, when you're a troll, nobody takes you seriously. Family, this hat right here, it triggers a lot of people. I'm in control. I'm in control when I wear this hat. I'm in control. Because if this hat bothers you, if the word FBA bothers you, you're weak. You're weak. You know what, man? I'm gonna get me a hat that says tether now. Y'all gonna see me with a hat on that says tether. Tether talk. Tether babble. Or I'm gonna get me a hat that says EBA, everywhere but Africa. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere but Africa. Everywhere but in your homeland. You speak every language. You speak 5 languages because you need those 5 languages to survive, because your homeland your homeland is no. If you speak your homeland language, it's no currency in that. There's no currency in speaking patois. There's no currency in speaking Swahili, but there's currency when you speak English. Especially the way foundational Black Americans speak it. That's just what it is. If you look at the way we speak English versus the way they spoke English in the 1600s, you think it's a different language. Never follow. Like what? Nigga, the way I speak English, it sounds so cool. It sounds so smooth. It sounds so righteous. Black is strong, man. Black is the universe, baby. Black is beautiful. It's excellent. That's what they hate. That's why everybody wants to be black. I want to be black back then, but they want to be black now. Now Africans, we all black, nigga. We all black. Caribbeans, I'm black. Yo, are you trying to divide us? Nigga, we were never united. Nigga, what do you mean divide? We had to be united first. We were never united. We can't be united. We can't be united when you sowing discord in our politics. We can't be united when you got weird nicknames for us that we don't even have for y'all. Can't be united. Listen, family. Being nice attracts manipulators, family. Being nice, people struggle with boundaries. Nice people struggle with boundaries. You can't struggle with boundaries. Nice people want approval, not respect. Niceness is how others infiltrate your space. When I see a tether, I put them in its place. They can never infiltrate because I'm going to drop the hammer on them. I'm never going to be nice and allow these tethers to speak out of turn, or lie, or pull a scam. I'm going to call it out. See, one thing I love about the truth is the truth don't care. The truth is benevolent. See, the truth shames the lie and exposes the liar. The truth doesn't care if you're a friend or a foe. The truth is the truth. It stands on its own. A truth is not nice. A truth is actually being kind. You're actually being kind when you tell people the truth. Even if it hurts their feelings, you're being kind. That's the difference. That is the difference, family. See, when you speak the truth, it may hurt you. But if you adhere to it, you can grow from it. FBA, what's that? What is FBA? What's a tether? What's FBA? What's a tether? What is black? What is blacker? What is high? What is higher learning? You guys are asking the wrong questions, man. But I'll entertain it. I'll entertain it just for now. FBA means Foundational Black American. It's a lineage, and it just means we are not immigrants in the United States. We are really from here. We are the foundation of this country. We were here. My ancestors were here before there was a United States. There wasn't a United States until we built it. See, that means before 1776, guess who was already here? My ancestors. Many of them enslaved, a lot of them free. They were here. They were here. We didn't immigrate here. Okay? Just like Nigeria became a country in 1960 something, and then all of a sudden the people that was on that landmass who was there before there was a Nigeria, they became Nigerians. That's how Black Americans became foundational Black Americans, because we were already here before United States was United States, and then we became foundational Black Americans. That's what it is, brother. That's what FBA means. It means foundational Black American. It's a lineage, and it means we're not immigrants. That's what it means. I could care less about the small amount of natives that was here during the same time. I could care less about them. I can care less about some Siberians. I could care less about some Siberian who became Native Americans. I could care less about that. You can Mohawk, Mihawk, you can do all that you want to do. Okay? You didn't build the United States. Did you build the United States? No. You only speak English, bro. Yeah. And you speak English too, don't you? You only speak English, and you speak English too. Well, show me what you built. Native American. Show me what the Native Americans built. Show me what the Native American. Matter of fact, come on up. Let me just invite you up. We can have the conversation. We don't got to talk from the comments. Cam up so we can see who you are, and let's have a conversation. Let's just talk about it. Don't be in the comments trolling. Just come to the front and tell us how you really feel, and say it with your chest. Say it with your chest. Come on up here, 𝗖𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁. Come on up here. If you're a Native American, come up here and tell us why you think you built America. And tell us what you built. Tell us what you invented. Tell us the culture that exists. Tell us. Go ahead, 𝗖𝗁. You got to cam up though, brother. I'm not allowing trolls to just come up here and just say anything and hide behind.
It's not so. I'm about to shut your
Wait,
whole thing down. History and your space. How long is your limit? You have history documented, and can you measure? There's no
brother,
measurement.
you got to slow down and you got to cam up because you're not gonna talk. You're not gonna talk what you're talking behind an irrelevant picture. Just cam
Why do
up.
you guys stutter so much?
Let's
Why can't
talk
you just
man
take
to
the?
man. Let's talk
Okay,
man
no,
to man.
we are.
Not listen. I don't talk to boys, brother. You
We're
gotta.
not.
You gotta.
I'm not a boy. I'm a
You sound
man.
like a boy. You sound like a boy. You sound
Well,
like
this boy is
you're
gonna teach you
16 years
something.
old.
That's gonna
You
teach you how
sound
to
like
be a
you're
man.
16. Okay,
I'm
teach
not
me
here to
with the
argue. Do you
camera
see
on.
how you're trying to argue with me?
Teach me
You're
with the
derailing.
camera
You're
on.
derailing. This is what your people do. You derail.
Teach me with
I
no.
school
See
you up in any ways.
your people, brother. Why don't you teach me with the camera on and stop
We're
hiding?
trying. You keep trying to initiate
Stop
some other type of
hiding.
conversation.
Stop
No one's
hiding.
hiding. I'm right here.
If okay, then cam
I don't
up.
need to show my face
Yeah,
to
no,
try
you
to
do.
get
No,
fame.
you do.
If I
You
do,
do need to show your face, sir. You do
they
need to show
don't.
your
You
face
don't, bro.
because you're not gonna hide. That's hiding.
No one's hiding.
So, sir, I'm gonna give you one more chance to cam up so we can have the conversation, or you can drop down to the
My
comments.
point, you guys, don't listen to these people.
You can drop, brother. Nobody's listening to you. That's the problem. Nobody's listening to you. That's what I'm saying. They come up here and they get emotional. You see how emotional he got? He just got emotional. And then he dropped like a little biatch because he didn't want to cam up and be a man. That's the difference. They come up here, family. They ask questions they already know the answer to. And then when you give them the answer, you know what? They get emotional and you control them. I don't have to be nice to this brother right here. I don't have to be nice to him. He's a nobody. He's irrelevant. He's coming in, he's in my comments talking mess. He's asking me about my hat. That's what he's doing. I don't owe this brother anything. I don't owe him nothing. Not a damn thing. But that's what I'm trying to tell you, family. I'm benevolent with boundaries. I'll have the conversation with you. But you're not going to be babbling and talking shit like a little biatch and then drop down like a little biatch. Hot Mama's Kitchen, come on up here, Hot Mama. Come on up here, Hot Mama. Don't be a little biatch like your other Native American buddy was. You know, you know just as well as I know that you're Hispanic. And I wish y'all would just say that. I hate when I hear Hispanics say they're indigenous when they're really just a hybrid made up race that didn't even exist in the 1600s. You know, that's just a made up race that came out. You're just like the YT man who there was no such thing as YT until he came on the scene. He's like a Johnny come lately. Just a Johnny come lately. So that's what it is, family. When you see these people, family, we don't owe them anything. And you see what happens when you try to bring them up and treat them like men. They act like little biatches. That's just what they do. I can't help that. What can I do with a person that acts like a little biatch? What can I do with a person with a fleeing mindset? What can I do? When all they're used to is fleeing, they can't stand in the kitchen where it's hot. You know, the moment it gets too hot for them because they're not people of the sun. They're not people of the sun. They're not the real copper colored people. So the moment it gets hot, they run. They run. And look, we got another troll. right? We got another. This is like troll central right now. See, that's why I don't owe these fools nothing. You know, they're used to running. They run from the. See, they're in everybody's homeland but their own. They're in everybody's homeland but their own. While I'm in my homeland, they in everybody's homeland but their own, family. Everybody's homeland but their own. Go ahead, Chef Constance. Go ahead. Chef Constance. Chef, are you there? Did you mean to come up here?
No,
Okay, don't worry about it. I'll drop you. I'll drop you.
thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, see, family, you can't really take nobody serious who can't get it popping in their homeland. They gotta wait till they come around here in the country that my ancestors built, just to open up a business, just to become successful, and just to make a little bit of money. See, those type of people will do something strange for a little bit of change. See, that's why I love being a foundational Black American. We don't do nothing strange for a little bit of change. We don't have to. We don't need to. We really from here. They can't deport us. They can deport you, but they can't deport us. Uh-oh, Chef Doug. Huh? Let's bring up Chef Doug. Chef Doug. Chef Doug. Okay, maybe not. Let me bring up Scotty G. What's all? There you go. You cammed up, brother. What's up, Scotty G? What's going on with you, brother?
Of course I cammed up. I'm just here to vent, really.
Go ahead, man.
I'm not a POC, okay? POCs are people of color. That would be Mexicans. I'm not a Mexican. I'm Black. Black power, Black pride, okay? I'm sorry. I'm not with y'all. I'm Black, okay? So I'm not with the Mexicans. That's on your own, okay? Enjoy it. But no, I'm not Mexican. I'm not a person of color. So don't call me a person of color. Who's got you're Black? You're included. No, I'm not included. I'm separate. So again, I'm just here to vent.
Okay. Right.
I get tired of these white people telling me I'm a POC. POCs are Arabs, Muslims, and Chinese. Okay? Yeah, they're people of color. Great. But they ain't Black. I am Black. Which means certain things. Okay?
Tell me
I'm
what it
eligible
means.
for reparations. They're not.
Okay.
In the old days, I was eligible for affirmative action. So the things that apply to us, they don't apply to them.
Facts. Facts.
But they keep wanting to group us in. But we're not part of them. We fucking built this country. Literally. Okay? So this idea that you're going to put me in the same category with a fucking Mexican, kiss my ass. You're not doing it. I'm not tolerating that shit. Who's got you racist? Technically, that's not racism. It's xenophobia. Learn fucking English. And you fucking white people are the ones who wrote this goddamn dictionary. If you can't learn the words, then don't use them.
Come on.
If you're prejudiced against a country, that's xenophobia, not racism, okay? Mexico is a country. You fucking jackasses. Black people can't be racist. You fucking motherfuckers. Sorry, I'm not sure this is a proper place to vent this topic, but this is what I was in the mood to vent. As you can imagine, I've recently been called a person of color.
I respect it. Yeah, I'm not a person of color, man. I'm a foundational Black American. My people are really from here. I didn't immigrate here. You know, my lineage and my culture and is global. My culture is worldwide. Every country I go to, I see somebody trying to talk like me, dress like me, look like me. You know, the reason why y'all get them lit.
Everybody immigrated here. Everyone didn't immigrate from here. Some of us were brought here.
I didn't immigrate here.
My grandma did not come in with a goddamn visa. No. She came here in chains. So shut the fuck up with this shit that we all immigrated here. Y'all immigrated here, but no, I didn't. Stop grouping us in with y'all and stop grouping us in with the fucking Mexicans. We're not them. Sorry. Whether you like it or not, we're not them. Okay? We have our own culture.
That's right.
And it's like you said, they all want to be us.
Yeah, every country I've ever been to, there's somebody trying to dress like me, look like me, talk like me, sound like me, walk like me, sing like me, rap like me. I mean, goddamn, nigga, I see the thin lips. They look like two snails and crawled on top of their face and left their shell. And you know they trying to be young like me. They get that little shot that they get to make their skin, you know, just everywhere I go is they walking around with plastic booties, plastic butts. I mean, now you want hips. I mean, it's getting crazy. It's getting crazy. So when you this should be good. This should be good. Everywhere I go, it's like that. Pure Eritrean, what's going on, man?
All right, man. How you doing?
Wait, is that really what it says?
That's what it says.
Oh,
That's what it
my
says.
bad.
Are you gonna cam up for us, brother? Are you gonna hide behind the?
Oh man, it's late, man. I'm in bed. I'm listening to you guys.
Oh Lord, is it that late?
Yeah, my ex-wife's
Yeah, man. I woke up early, bro.
Is it that late? What do you got to say, brother? You've been on the platform before. What do you got to say, man?
You know what? I like your idea. You know whatever you say, I kind of support you. But the only dispute that I have with you is like, why do you want to distance yourself from Africans? I don't understand it.
Because if I'm being honest, our culture is on total opposite ends of the spectrum. And it's no disrespect, but your food is more, you know, you guys will get along better with like Hispanics, Caribbeans, you know, immigrants, Indians, you know, your culture is similar to theirs. It's not as similar to ours. And it's not that we want to just talk bad about you guys or put you guys down or anything like that. It's just that we are uniquely and distinctly different. We don't have that much in common as people try to make us have. We really don't. If you really look at it, we don't have that much in common that people want to, they want to lump us all into this black thing, but y'all a different black. You know, y'all not us. And it's okay. It's okay to be different. It's okay to be who you are. It's okay to be who you are. Hold on. You got a janky phone. That's number one. And you're speaking out of turn when I'm talking to my brother here.
Let him talk. I'm listening.
Yeah. So that's all. It's nothing against you, man. It's just that, you know, the moment y'all start talking about the people that are really from here, not you personally, but people that come from your side of, you know, your homeland.
Gotcha, huh? Yeah.
We not going to accept that. I mean, y'all done woken up something. Y'all done woken up the beast that's going to continue to y'all done woken up the big dog on the yard. Okay? We was asleep. But now y'all woke us up, and now everything we see now, we gonna take a bite at it. We just gonna nip it because we control the yard.
It's always been
really, especially in this country. In this country, we control the yard. We control the culture. We control the tempo. We control the energy here.
Yes.
And when y'all come over here trying to change that energy and make it y'all energy, we got a problem with that. Go ahead, Scotty G. What you got to say, brother?
Pure, you wouldn't accept an Ethiopian anymore than they would accept you guys. You know, you guys are innocent. You wouldn't accept an Ethiopian either. Just like the way you guys look at Ethiopians as being different. We look at you as different. Your grandmother didn't go through what my grandmother went through. She didn't. Okay?
Yes, I agree with you.
You know, just like we have a dog, and we walk and we take that dog, we take some of those puppies away, and that puppy's gone forever. You do that to my grandmother, I'm not forgetting it and accepting you as equal. You're not. Your grandmother didn't go through what my grandmother went through. And so out of respect for my own grandmother and what she had to go through, my skin's not this color because my grandmother wanted to make love with a white man. No. My skin color is this color because she was raped. Okay? And you have to accept that. That's why she's different. That's why I'm different. This color is not from love.
So I say it like this. Listen, you know, I don't believe in race. Race is a social construct. White, black, but I believe in ethnicity.
Okay.
And my ethnicity is important in this country. My ethnicity is important in this country. My foundational Black American lineage is important, and I'm repping that. Just like when immigrants come over here, they still want to fly their flag and be happy to be Eritrean, Ethiopian, Kenyan, Nigerian, Ghanaian, Hispanic, Mexican, Cuban. You know, just like people want to still. Well, guess what? I'm also a proud foundational Black American.
It should be, which is true. You said earlier on.
Yeah.
You say we want all the countries that always duplicate what Black
Yeah.
Americans do.
They always
I agree
copying
with
me. I'm not copying them. I'm not dressing up in Eritrean garment. I'm not eating Eritrean food. I'm not
That's very
talking like
true.
I'm Eritrean. I'm talking like I'm me.
I agree on that one. I'm with you.
You know? And man, all I know how to be is me. That's it.
So wouldn't you agree then?
And I don't want Africans not to be proud to be African. I don't want that. I want you to continue being proud of who you are and who you represent. But I don't want you to talk shit about us and try to call us some generic Africans, say we're lost Africans, say we don't have no culture, say we're all gangbangers, thugs, criminals, when if we pull out the receipts, we can prove that every crime ever created in this country was done by came about through immigration.
True.
And that goes all the way back to the early 1800s with the Irish, with the Germans. Goes way back there. And then if we fast forward, we can talk about the Italians. We can talk about the small hats. All of them have organized crime syndicate. We could talk about all the scams that they brought in. We can even go current and talk about all the biggest scandal going on right now is in Minnesota with the forehead fortunes. Yeah, the Somalians, the biggest crime syndicate going on and scam going on. We thought it was the Nigerians, but I think the Somalians just came in and took over scamming to a whole nother level. We thought it was the Nigerians coming over here with them fake nursing degrees, them fake doctor degrees. No. Nobody was more deceitful than them pirates over there in Minnesota.
So what are you guys doing to prevent all this happening from happening?
Than them. $3 billion that the government can't get back.
True.
$3 billion. We talking about scamming. That was some man. That girl. Is she a governor? What's that girl? 𝗔𝗄𝗏 or whatever.
𝗔𝗄𝗏 from the Congress.
She needs to be under the jail, and she needs to be deported right back to Somalia. She needs to be deported. Quick, fast, and in a hurry.
What I'm saying is, what was your intention? I mean, I understand the black they draw a lot of foundations for America anyway. And so what's your goal? I mean, I don't understand it.
Man, well, it's not. Well, I mean, I have a goal personally, but I'm not here to speak for all 50 million of my lineage. You know, I'm not here to speak for them. That's like asking Eritrean, "What's your goal?" You're born Eritrean. There is no. You don't need to have a goal. You don't need to have a goal. You're Eritrean already. You are who you are.
No,
I'm
what I
born
meant
this
by
way,
this, I'll take
you're
it
born that
back.
way.
And I agree. I take it back. What I meant to say is, how do you prevent it from people duplicating the Black American invention?
We can't stop that. We can't stop people from imitating us. You know, imitation is the highest form of flattery. We can't stop that. We can't stop people from dressing like us. We can't stop people from talking like us, right? But what we can do is start gatekeeping from here on out into the future. What we can do is say there's a line you can't cross. What we can do is say this is ours and that's yours. What we can do is start taking back our toys and we can go home. What we can do is start kicking some people out who become disrespectful. Did y'all know that Trump is trying to go after anybody that Biden gave citizenship
Amnesty.
and amnesty? He's going to revoke that.
Yeah, I heard
He's
it.
already
Yeah,
taking it
I
back.
agree on that one. I
TPS
agree.
from the refugees in Somalia. He's already said, "Oh, TPS, that's been revoked now. Now y'all got to go home. There's no more temporary protective service for you guys anymore."
Yes.
So
I mean, I just wanted to hop in
that's
real
on the
quick
right
if you
track.
don't mind.
Go ahead,
I,
Cash Flow. Go ahead.
I just hopped in your live and it was interesting because I want to back what you said, right? See, I'm from Coney Island, Brooklyn, New York. I'm Sicilian. Well, my people are, but I was born in, Coney Island, Brooklyn. See, the thing is, everyone gets confused in America is that it was the foundations like that, like Sicilians and all them, that really created crime and everything in America. And what they don't realize is that, see, I grew up with a lot of BLK Americans, and I'm proud to say it, because in my neighborhood, we don't know what racist is. We don't know what privilege is. All we know is growing up together and understanding you don't believe what the TV is telling you. But you hit it right on the point, my brother. And I ain't gonna lie, the funny thing is, no one realizes how America was created, but they blame one set of people. And when is this going to stop? Never, because this is what they do in America, right? They have no one else to blame but themselves, so they can't. And the people like my people, like Sicilians, they were a little different. You can see the movies, how they depict what they've done in the North.
Man, listen, Sicilians, they were called guineas. They're pretty much being called black people when they first came over because they were so dark.
Yeah.
But they were allowed into whiteness. That's the difference. They were allowed to do their crime, build up their crime syndicate, and then move it over to legitimate business and stay there.
But I'll tell you how. Here's the difference. And I am a firm example. I'm 51 years old, and I've seen it all. I got family who does what they do. But here's how it worked, right? When they came and were treated like that, America thought they were next in line to BLK Americans, what they were treating them like. The only difference with them is that in Sicily, we have been pillaged, rampaged, and destroyed our whole history. So when they came to America, they were like, well, let's see what the easy target is. And what they started doing is pinpointing politicians, DAs, judges, and cops. And that's how, exactly what you just said, we slid our way into that area. Now, here's a fact, though, right? As much as people say we are part of it, we slid in it and we don't have our name on nothing. Let's say, for instance, like Wall Street, the Diamond District, stuff like that. It's owned by, I don't even know how to say this on TikTok.
Small
You know the people. You know the people I'm talking about. Okay.
Small hats. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So the Sicilians and the things that people see on TV is what they did, slid in and basically unaliving people to get where they are. They don't own nothing under their name. We just do what we do. And I'm being honest. At the end of the day, Sicilians and that kind of people back then, and when they came to America, like in New York, they were charging their own people money. You had to like pay them for security and everything, and that was their own kind. They was getting in and rampaging. But they were literally the first ones in America to really start up the crimes and all that.
La Costa Nostra.
Yeah, like you said.
The Black Hand.
Yeah, but we should stop, and I'm glad I hopped on this page. Enough is enough with blaming the people that they've been blaming forever in America.
Yeah, we're not the scapegoats anymore, man. We're not going to be anybody's scapegoats anymore. We're just going to tell the truth, and it's documented. You
It
can't.
should never be like that.
It's
This shit has
documented.
never been like this.
It's documented. It's
Yeah.
documented.
But at the end of the day, it should never have allowed to get this far to 2025 where it's allowed and they continue to act like it. And listen, I don't know who party this is because I'm not into politics. I'm not into none of that. You know what I mean? I'm basically a concrete walker, street talker, New Yorker. So when I hopped on, I seen your page. I said, you know what? I better hop in because he's telling facts that people actually don't know. But see, being I'm Sicilian, I could break it down for them. You know?
Yeah, man. This thing goes back to the Irish. This goes back to the Bowery Boys, the Dead Rabbits, the Tammany Hall. It goes back there. And if you go back there, you realize that black people were still enslaved. Black Americans were still enslaved during the time that those gangs were running rampant and violently taking what they want.
Yeah. Hey, let
But
me ask you a
yet
question.
somehow we're the face of gang violence. We're the face of crime in America, which is not true. Most crime is committed by YT, not black. Black people are the most convicted, not the most convicted, not the most imprisoned. You know, we have the most overturning of conviction than any other group in the world because instead of going out and doing the research and finding out who really did the crime, they just say, let's pin it on a black guy because we're the scapegoat.
That's very true.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. You know what's funny how you just said that? And here's how we can break it down with receipts, right? Let's just go even a step further. The minute they started coming up with like the DNA stuff to prove crimes.
How many people got
Right.
let go from that? Come on.
Yeah, right? I mean, let's be honest. See, now I've been incarcerated. I mean, I've been up north. I've done, 6 joints in my life. But the funny thing is that people don't realize that, right? I want to ask you a question, actually, right? You probably watch these old Western movies that they portray America as, right?
False.
Let me ask you a
Fake.
question.
The original cowboys were black. That's why they were called cowboys, not cow hands.
Thank you. You know what? Thank you. I knew there was a reason to hop on this page. Now,
I
picture
didn't
this,
know
right?
that.
When we watch these movies, what do we see? We see Europeans taking control of these towns and so-called American cowboys, dealing with it, right? Now, here's my question, everyone. And I've been to Europe. I've been all over, these countries. There's no towns like that. They were never built when they got here. It was BLK Americans that have built all that from the get-go. Now, here's an interesting question, and I think you'll like this. Why in them movies don't we ever see Indians or slaves?
Because they don't want them. They don't want to be seen. They don't want them. They don't want them to be seen because if they you said something that was very good. You said those towns that they were already migrating to or visiting were already built, and who built those towns? Black Americans built those towns.
Yeah, there was
But
no
you'll
town
never
in Europe.
see them in the movies because they whitewash. See, so here's a new thing that the movie loves to do, right? The movie loves to depict Black history through immigrant lenses. Let me say it again. They love to depict Black movies or Black culture through immigrant lenses. They're not hiring Black Americans to play Black Americans. You know who they're hiring to play Black Americans right now? Black Europeans, Africans with UK accents are coming over to America and playing Black iconic roles like Harriet Tubman.
Now, here's the best thing about talking to you, because I think you're going to agree with me on this, right? Because we both agree about how cowboy was invented in the towns. Now we're going to take it a step further. Watch this, right? So if all these BOK Americans were from Africa, how did they change their accent and their language?
Come on, man. You talking the real now.
Okay, and
Because
even better than this, right? Who invented English?
come
Who?
on.
Who invented English? Well, let's be honest. We
Who
know
is everybody speaking English like?
Yeah, from day one, right? Now,
There's old English, and then there's the new English, right? If you want to call it that. Who speaks the new English?
but what they will lie about, and here's the funny part, right? The British, they're the only ones literally in Europe without a language, right?
Their
It's
language
that,
is Germanic.
right? Whatever the hell their language is. It's not American English. And when they got here, well, they were taught in the towns with a saloon, a whorehouse, and a church. Who is that creative to make that in a town? Not no European. We know that. We know who invented suits. We know who invented being cool. I mean, let's be honest. Who invented, hey, we finna go have a drink and to go see these women, and that Sunday we're gonna hit church.
Come on. Now, hold on, because you're talking good right now. Let's be real here. Who sung all those songs? You ain't nothing but a hound dog. What music, what artist wrote those music that those YT people were singing to America?
Those people never even heard that until
who wrote and who sung and wrote those songs, and they said, "Oh, we're going to allow you to keep singing that song because they had something called the chitlin circuit. They'll have the chitlin circuit, and we'll be playing our music the way we play it, and then they'll whiten it up. They'll take our same lyrics, whiten it up, and then let 4 white guys sing it in harmony." And turn it into another hit. So they were making money off the chitlin circuit, and they were making money off of mainstream using the same songs. How can we prove it? The people who sung the song, they still got the record.
No, we can prove it. And here's the problem in America. No, here's the problem in America. They don't realize, right? Listen, these weren't African folk songs. These weren't European folk songs.
No.
They landed in America, found these great towns, right? Not with the Navajo, with BLK Americans in suits, on horses, with Black Wall Street, with everything that was built in America first. And somewhere along the line, and I'm embarrassed even for my own people, because they say in the North, how we even let this continue to this day, because the fraudulent activities in America are impeccable. Let's be honest. I'm glad that you are the smartest person I think I've ever talked to on TikTok, because you actually understand, and we agree, them towns weren't like built by some Europeans.
They weren't. When Ellis Islanders first came to the United States, they were amazed. They were coming off those boats amazed at the buildings that were already there. They didn't build that. We built that. That's why we always make it clear we built America, because before the immigrants came off the boat, America was already built.
Yeah, and you know what that problem is?
So can I ask a question?
Make this story. Hold up. They always want to make the story that when it came to America, it was Chief Bill and the Navajos, and there was nothing in America. Unfortunately, I'm sorry for them. That's a lie. We know that's a lie. Because when they pulled up to them towns and seen BLK Americans plushed out in suits, chilling in town, already had the gold, everything they had from the mines and everything. I mean, let's be honest. And I've done my history when I've traveled in this world and seen other countries. Not one country has a town like they depict what we know as the first America.
So let me say this. I'm gonna say 2 things here that's gonna be clear. Harriet Tubman. There's no way you can be an African and run an underground railroad. There's no way you could be an African and understand the terrain in America and run an underground railroad sophisticated with maps and a way to get people from the south to the north without being harmed unless you knew the terrain.
This is why you're a goat. Facts. Facts. You're a goat. See, I'm glad I met you.
There's no way you can hide out in the dismal swamp where there's alligators unless you know the terrain. You're really from here.
But let me ask you a question. You probably the smartest person I've ever spoke to on TikTok.
So what color were they here though? I mean, was it black people? Well, I don't understand.
Listen. I've done my lineage. I've done my genealogy.
Okay.
On both sides of my family. I can go all the way back to 1790. My mother is very fair-skinned. She's a fair-skinned black American woman. Good hair, if you guys want to call that good hair. Copper color, yes. But very fair. My mother, my grandmother, and my great-grandmother, very, very fair-skinned black Americans with the long hair that you would think that you would think they mix with white. You would think they have some white in them to have that long hair like they have, right? There's no YT in my family going back to 1790. There's no African, there's no Caribbean in my family going back to 1790 on both sides. But you know what we did find? I have an uncle, a great uncle, who's full-blooded Cherokee. Now picture this. My great uncle is full-blooded Cherokee on paper. Same mother and father as my grandfather, and my grandfather is labeled Negro. How is that possible? That my grandfather is labeled Negro, but my uncle, my great uncle, I'm talking about my great-great-grandfather, my great-great-grandfather and my great-great-uncle, my great-great-uncle is labeled Cherokee, but my great-great-grandfather is labeled Negro.
Because in America, they created this scam.
Same
right?
mother and father coming out of Virginia.
Let me ask you a question, right?
So were there slavery that came in from Africa to America then?
There was some that came over. So listen, I'm not one of those people that deny the transatlantic slave trade. I don't deny it. I'm saying it did happen. But according to Harvard, only 90,000 slaves from Africa made it here. And they mixed in with the indigenous black population that was already here. And we have the pictures. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put up some pictures. I'm gonna put up some documents here in a minute. That's gonna blow your mind, especially when you see the color.
But let's break it down like this.
Black people, listen. They have descriptions of black people. These are black people. These are emancipated slaves in Virginia. You know what? When it came down to color, they got yellow, but they were black. But they were described as yellow. They have light black. They have mulatto. They have red. These are descriptions, and it also says how many scars they have, right? Any scar, one arm, no arm. It describes them to the T. 6 foot, 5'9", 5'5", 5'7". It describes them to the T. And these are all black enslaved people in Virginia. But instead of saying they were black or they were African, you know what it would say? It would say yellow. It would say light black. It would say black. It would give them a color classification. It was almost like the paper brown test that they were
They
in
did that in
Virginia.
South Africa as well.
They did things different.
Look,
And
this
these
is
were
how
all
America created the story.
emancipated slaves, all of them.
Watch this. This is how America created the story that when they found America, it was like Indians, like Cherokee, all these people and like this and that, right? Well, we know that's a lie. because there's only a little population in America, in like South Dakota, here and there with reservations. But if you go to Alaska, Siberia, and then go down to Mexico and South America, well, the indigenous Indian tribes still prospering. So we know that's a lie. Here's the biggest problem. Most of what they call an African slave trade, when they said Columbus and all them arrived, the few people that were on a boat left in the islands like Jamaica and didn't proceed with them. And that's why you'll notice like Rastafarians still praise Ethiopia like I do. I pray to 𝗖𝗫ci. I pray to Ethiopia because my people from Sicily, and we're very attached to them. But the difference is that what you're saying has got to be the smartest thing I've ever spoke to on TikTok. My man, I got to be honest with you. I am so grateful I met you tonight. Finally, someone who understands the actual facts. While everyone on TikTok is, talking like delusional facts, we know what happened. We know what happened in America. We know what happened. Where do they think these towns were built from? Like, that's what gets me.
Listen,
then you see the movies.
they weren't built by, those towns were not built by YT people. We know that.
They didn't even know what kind of town that was.
And first of all, let's be real. The sun was cooking a lot of people back then. Okay. That sun, they get that term redneck for a reason. Them Irish get that term redneck for a reason because that sun was baking them.
They killed them.
Getting sunburned.
I watch my life. My bad.
They was getting sunburned out there. And let's be real. Did y'all know the first post? Did y'all know the post office? The first post office? The first person to deliver mail? Do you know who was delivering the mail?
No.
Black people. You know why? You know why we were delivering the mail? Do you know why? Why only black people were allowed to deliver the mail in the beginning when the mail courier system first started?
They go up
Because white people couldn't travel around through Indian territory.
Oh.
The Indians would massacre them. But black people could travel to Indian territory. Why? And think about that. Why was black people allowed to travel to Indian territory unscathed, unharmed? Who knew the land? Yes, right. The white people didn't know the land, didn't know what route to take to be safe back then. You know who knew the land? We did. We knew how to travel from the south to the north, from the north to the south, from the east to the west. We were the first mail couriers. We were the first ones. The post office.
I'll be honest with you.
The postmaster
Like,
was
after like the late 1800s, when like the Europeans, like Sicilian, Italians, and them type people were coming to America, and the North, the South, and this is what always confused me. I ain't gonna lie, they never dare even pass Pennsylvania and try to come to New York because the ramifications of what would take place over there. And here's a quick story for you, and these are facts I know from my family telling me. Back in the day, when I guess right after the Civil War and everything was happening, and people starting to scatter around and find their place in New York, the movie people, the Sicilians, the movie Sicilian people, what they were doing is they were hiring BLK Americans that had been released because they knew everything about the South and moonshine. And for the longest time, it was working. But then they was getting unalive. The Italians and the Sicilians and the BLK people when they were going down there. So what happened was, and this is even in the movie, Brooklyn, the Sicilian people in the movie sent Al Capone to Chicago, which was basically the midpoint of America where you can take a stronghold on these people down there, down south. And that's what happened. Now, the movie doesn't depict everything, but it does show a little bit of what really happened. That's when basically my kind of people, Sicilians, decide they're going to make their own movement in America and decide that. But one thing I will tell you, my great-grandmother, when they came to this country, and basically it was when I was born in 1974, she used to tell me all the time, don't ever believe anything they tell you. Don't listen to anything they tell you. it's all a lie. And they already knew what America was and how they got here and how they, dealt with it. But I gotta be honest with you, brother, you are right on point. And I am glad to meet you. It's a pleasure.
Me too.
Shout out to you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Pleasure.
Yeah, I just, listen, if we're gonna talk, we're gonna speak truth. We're not going to just talk to be talking. We're gonna talk the truth. And we can go, the history. One thing I love about being a foundational Black American is our history is well documented in this country. We're probably the most documented people on planet Earth. Shout out to NJ, Lover of Christ. We're the most documented people on planet Earth. We can actually trace our lineage all the way back to the 1600s. I don't know an African that can do that.
No, see, this is why.
I mean paperwork, birth certificates, death certificates. I mean paperwork. Have a paper trail, not oral history. I'm talking about paperwork.
This is exactly why what you're saying is perfect. And I landed here. Because honestly, at the end of the day, I've been waiting for this, right? Enough is enough. Let's stop the delusional thoughts of what they try to portray in America and say to you. You are a firm example, and your family is why, bro, I'm so proud to meet you. I ain't gonna lie. My hand to God. This is great. Because finally, there's someone smart enough and knowledgeable enough to break it down to everyone who's delusional. America's got to stop with the lies. Can we stop? When does it stop? When does it stop in America? Right? The BS stories. Do they think they're kidding us? They're not. Because I found someone like you who knows just like I do. And that's the greatest thing two people like us can ever do. Now they can't stop us. Now what you going to say? Now you think the lies are going to work? No. 2 form the 20. 20 form the 20,000. 20,000, 20 million. Before you know it, everyone is going to be on the same page like this.
Listen, I'm going to say it like this. There's a lot more people than just me who know this information and know it better than me. Lover of Christ, Miss NJ, go ahead.
Peace and blessings. First and foremost, thank you for allowing me to join the panel. I want to say, of course, as always, shout out to you Too Much for providing the knowledge that needs to be shared. One of the things that needs to be provided as a point for consideration is the fact that people need to stop with the following. Number one, Black is a social construct. Let me just stop there. Just absorb that. There is no other, that is not a race, that is a social construct. Put that in and just kind of marinate on that. The second component that goes along with it, ancestral DNA is not scientific. And I want you to just listen to exactly what I'm saying. There is no DNA that you can connect through molecules that's going to connect you to a tribe in Africa. I'm going to also provide you with this next level of opportunity for consideration. People will say, oh, well, we have manifests and we have slave ships. Where were they authenticated? The difference is we do know that there are that documentation exists, but at this point, what body validated that documentation? My people perish for lack of knowledge. Okay. The opportunity also lies within the word of the Lord where it says, test the spirits. Whatever you decide to believe, you can align with whatever you believe. But the narrative that goes along with people of color belonging to an African connection is a fallacy. And if anyone can prove, and when I say prove, you cannot use an ancestral DNA, and I'm going to say this again, it is classified, documented, that ancestral DNA is a marketing construct.
That's facts.
That is an
That's very smart.
absolute fact. And I'm
Very
just
smart.
saying, you don't have to believe me. I'm going to put it out there for you to go look. Reading is fundamental. Chat GPT, there are too many other avenues for you to go out and do your research.
I believe everything you just said. Facts.
Miss NJ, do you like my title?
I love it. You already know I love it. you know I love that. And I'll say this. I think that it provides the opportunity to leverage what we're discussing, because it gives, when we talk about, once you're able to start from a ground zero, because my favorite thing is when we understand current state, you can create your future target, right? Current state is that there's instability. Instability, there's a lot of misaligned information. You can make your own decisions, but make sure that you have the data that supports the information that you have. Don't try to dispel someone else's, or don't step into someone else's lane, because it's not your responsibility. I'm talking about anyone who is not from this country. And I mean anyone that is not from this country. It is not your responsibility, nor do you have the authority to tell anyone from this country who they are not. Because not only is it rude, it's less than intelligent. And it shows that you are less than aligned with facts. You are an emotional responder.
This is what greatness is about. You. Thank you.
And I know that you're a New Yorker. I'm from Jersey.
Thank you so much. You know what? I hope everyone heard you, because that is the greatest knowledge they've ever heard in their life. Thank you. Thank you.
And you know what? And you know what? The thing is, we need to work together and understand, how do we go forward? Because one of the things that's disheartening for me to watch on this app is a lot of unnecessary noise and distraction.
And by the way, you don't ever want to disrespect a woman from Jersey. Don't get that twisted.
Absolutely. But I think it's just disrespecting anyone as a whole. And I think that, when you take the opportunity to really, when you walk into someone else's home, just use this as just pause on this for a moment. When you walk into someone else's home, whether you're going there to visit, or whether you're going into someone else's home because you're staying there for, you've now moved in. You don't go in and rearrange their home. You don't go in and you don't say, I don't like the way that your home is. I don't like what you're wearing. I don't like. What you do is you do what? You find your place and you exist in their home according to what works for you in their home. And that's one.
I'm sorry, Ma. Your accent is great. Your
I was
accent
going to
is
say, one of the things that has happened is, for many, many years, and I'm indigenous to this land, many, many years, my family we always knew who we were. Always. But we never spoke about it out loud. We never spoke about it out loud. But when we now start talking about things like, oh, well, this person was classified, if you just look at the basic things like the census records that have anyone that's classified as mulatto, guess what? I promise you're indigenous to this land, because there's something called the Racial Identity Act that was instituted that gave the authority to reclassify all of the people that didn't look like other people.
Hey, can
But
I
now
ask
that
you?
you have all of that information, all that you have to do now is stop fighting about it. You have it. Now move forward. You know who other people are. Move forward. You now work together. You say, you're indigenous to this land. And it's not just that we're having this conversation on TikTok. Let's be clear. This is a discussion that's happening across the world. Do you understand that, people? It was on London on the news.
Hey, you was born in Jersey, right?
That is correct.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. See,
It was
only people from like the cities like where we're from, we live a little different lifestyle and we're raised a little bit different. Where we just know there's nothing else except for don't believe it.
that's right. And we have to coexist. The interesting part is once you understand, the question becomes let's stop being stuck, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing at this point that's more disheartening than remaining stuck with infighting at this point. So now we understand that there are other people that have no idea what's happening. Stop trying to educate them. Share them, share the information that's necessary. If they want to know, they can ask a question. If they don't, they have access to the right information. Reading is fundamental. That's it.
If they come to our neighborhoods, they would understand a whole different
Facts.
lifestyle, right? Let's be
Absolutely.
honest. Let's be honest,
Absolutely.
right? Where we're from, we don't even know anything about all this chaos because we don't look at color, creed, religion, nothing. You know what we look like?
Absolutely.
That's my neighbor.
That's exactly right.
And their parents are allowed to beat me if something goes down. And that's how it works, right? We grew up internationally where we're from, and we've never, ever worried about race, religion, or anything. That's the difference about America. There's a small part in the North that have never understood this because the way we're raised, you never judge anyone. What are you talking about? All lights can go out tomorrow. We might not have no food on Friday. There's no difference except for Manhattan and the rich neighborhoods. And we understood that from day one. They wasn't part of us, right? But we know intertwined internationally in our neighborhoods growing up, doesn't matter what color, creed you are, religion, we loved y'all. Everyone loved each other.
Absolutely.
But you smart. You goddamn you smart.
But the goal is that we have to love each other regardless. And you know what love each other doesn't mean? Just like I love the title, kind but not nice. The love is the kindness.
I will take credit for us, right? Like now when we travel, when we go other states, we're the biggest tippers.
Absolutely.
Our kindness reaches everyone because that's what we do. You meet New Jersey, New York, or something like that. When we go other places, we're happy to meet you. We want to talk to you. We want to tip you well. We want to find out everything about you.
That's right. We may fight. We New Jersey and New York are like first cousins. We fight amongst us, but once we leave the area, no one. It's us against the world. That is just proven across the board.
But it's never racist. It's never racist. It's New York, New Jersey.
Exactly. It's a completely different animal. It's a completely different beast. But
in a fight like that, it'll look like the UN is having a war.
Exactly, that's true. But that's the whole thing, going back to the foundation of like where we are and also being ex-military. One of the things that it would be wonderful if America really just took a step back for a moment. Do you understand that in the military, the main focus is accomplishing the mission? Do you understand how we would never get anything accomplished if we stayed stuck on stupid stuff? Ever. It's extremely important that you understand and know who you are. Absolutely. And it's extremely important that you share with others how to get to learn who you are. But as far as seeking approval from someone who's coming from another country that's saying that's hate. You don't love yourself. You don't know who you are. My parents were educators. And let me say this. Their favorite, especially my mother, you do not allow yourself to engage with peasants when you're dealing on a level that's soaring. So when you're soaring, why would you engage with trash and talk about and engage? Why are we going back and forth with them?
And you'll hear the R's and the peasants. This is Jersey. You will not, I promise you, don't ever try to get in a room with a woman like this and think it's going far if your mouth gets a little diarrhea.
That's right.
Preach. I mean, goodness gracious.
But that's all I wanted to make sure that we were clear with, that there were a number of things that needed to be dispelled that went along with it, because people like to come in and they like to go back and, across both sides of TikTok, whether it's on our indigenous side or whether it's coming over from the FBA side. And it's funny because FBA and indigenous are like New York and New Jersey. Right? We're first cousins. It really is. It's the exact same illustration.
All I got to do is get on a train and see. We don't care where you're from. Listen,
No.
We're all trying to get to the same place. So move in the train, give us some room, don't matter who you are. And after the argument, we're going to be friends.
Exactly. And that's all it is. And that's exactly what happens with the indigenous and FBA. But and once we have that understanding, we can then move forward. So that's all I wanted to say too much. So I'm going back on mute.
No problem. Yeah, man. We just got to continue speaking the truth, man. The truth is really going to set us free. The only way people who are not from America are going to learn the true history of America is if we keep telling them the truth. And when you have people from other backgrounds other than FBA who's also been in this country start saying that too, it makes the bell sound a lot louder. Because here's the thing. We could tell y'all till we blue in the face that we're not African and that we really from here, right? And y'all can continue to say, "Oh, you African, nigga, you African," and your ancestors, the ancestors that built America were African. But when you hit them with that research and that knowledge, when you say, "Okay, when did Africa get the name Africa? What year?" Then it starts to get a little foggy now.
Well,
now they start talking about tribes. They start talking about, but my tribe was. But okay, great. What tribe? What tribe in the continent that is now called Africa am I from?
No, so watch this, right? So back in the day, they were the Roman Empire first, right? That land and that countries built the Roman Empire before Italy ever was even invented. So Sicily was just a country that getting demolished left and right, and they became part of the Roman Empire that was built in North Africa, that became Africa and all that. So all these tribes and claiming that, American Africans, all that, is fraudulent. Because here's what you got to remember. I started my family's lineage in 1974 in New York, Brooklyn. I was the first one born in my family here. So when we started, my grandparents and my great-grandmother always told me, they know the history, stop believing the hype. Like literally, I went to school and, listen, I got to a great place in life. But to school, I wasn't convinced to read books and take tests. So I barely got through. Luckily, I had a wicked jump shot and a crossover in New York. But the problem was I wasn't going to believe anything they were teaching me, telling me, or reading to me. So I was never going to accomplish what they wanted. I barely got through high school. I ended up in a community college, paying my way in just to play ball one year. Moral story is, we came into this country and we were told immediately, right? Don't believe anything they're telling you outside of our neighborhood. And our neighborhood was Coney Island, Brooklyn, which was Sicilians, Jamaicans, BLK Americans, and Spanish people, and a mixed community like Jewish and Russian people going along the border. But we never were allowed to believe anything while I was growing up through my family. Like it was like against the law in our household. Like in America, to read their books was like basically being transformed, as a disciple. That's how my family used to teach it. And I understand, I get it, what everyone else says about America, but when we came here, like me growing up since 1974, and I'm 51, we always understood, don't believe the hype. And I never did. Never did. Without a jump shot and a crossover, I'd have never even got through high school. That, my hand of God on that one. But that's why I never believed anything they said, because my great-grandmother used to be like, what are you talking about, African Americans and African slaves? Are you out of your mind? Now, she comes from Sicily, firsthand with the Roman Empire of North Africa. She said exactly what I always tell people. It wasn't the Cherokees that they ran off, because if they were, there'd be more of them still populating in America. They would have been the slaves. It was BLK Americans when they came and found those fancy towns, the fancy suits, the fancy clothes, the fancy way of life, like Black Wall Street. Well, where was Wall Street created? Well, Black Wall Street. So where do we even get this twisted? Because in Africa, there's no Wall Street. But in America, there was a Black Wall Street before Wall Street.
Come on.
So how are we even confusing this?
Now we can go back to the first. Who do you think was driving the first automobiles in this country?
Yeah. They think they just invented them out of nowhere.
Black Americans invented the first automobile, Floyd Patterson. In our community, we were driving around in automobiles while everybody else was still in horses.
And this was before they even thought they invented it. Because remember how
Henry Ford is not, if you go read it, he didn't invent the car. He invented the mass production of cars. He invented the assembly line. And he didn't even really invent the assembly line. You know who invented the mass production of cars for Henry Ford? His right-hand man, George Washington Carver, the peanut guy.
Let me understand what you just said. So basically, if we compare that to today, what actually has happened in true continued fashion is that we invent or we create the solutions, and then other people come in and enhance it. Or bring in other people and steal and take the entire credit for it. Let's pause for a moment. I want us to really think about what I just said.
And
do you know why that happens? Because we are too distracted doing something else.
And let's not forget Black Wall Street, right? So Wall Street is what creates the world's money and movement, right? So where was that created? Well, let's be honest. Before Black Wall Street, there was no Wall Street.
That's facts. So again, another concept that was taken and improved, continuous process improvement, and becomes a worldwide framework for the financial institute.
I would say stolen, not improved, right? Because let's be honest, we don't know. Black Wall Street was probably running great. Everything was running great. The towns were running great. There was no thievery. There was no scams like in Wall Street now. When they stole it, they decided to do what they always do and keep stealing from people. If you don't have $1 million, you can't even invest in goddamn stocks in Wall Street, right? This is how pathetic these people have created their lives and their stories and their books Enough is enough. Enough is enough.
So the question becomes, now that we understand history, current state, or how we got here, the question that we have to ask ourselves, now what? We have tons of innovation and technology. We know that because of the fact that not only do we have tons of innovation and technology and opportunity, there are also tons of noise. Now what? Now what?
That's a fact. Now, before we get any, good night, Pierre Tran. Before we get any further, and I'm gonna start wrapping, winding things down a little bit here. I think we can only beat a dead horse so many times. Make sure you go check out fbacoin.org. It is the first of its kind. There's never been a cryptocurrency like this. It's lineage-based cryptocurrency. fbacoin.org. Go there, do your due diligence, figure out, join our Telegram, ask me questions. I'm there in the Telegram. I have other people there in the Telegram. We have over 100 people in the Telegram right now. We have over 400 people in our Discord right now. Family, this is the time to understand that foundational Black Americans are making moves. And the same way we kicked it off before everybody came over here, we're kicking it off again, and we're doing it the right way. We are bringing truth to power. We are bringing currency to lineage. We are attaching an ecosystem to the foundational Black American community so we can practice group economics, so we can leapfrog, so we can collapse time frames, so we can build generational wealth for ourselves that we've been locked out of. And let me tell you, just because it's an FBA coin doesn't mean that if you're indigenous, you can't enjoy in this coin as well. This coin is for anybody that's of the lineage. Most foundational Black Americans are indigenous, by the way. We just happen to call ourselves foundational Black Americans, and that's okay. Those who want to be called by their original tribal names, you're welcome to do that. But this coin is for people who are of the lineage. And guess what? We don't discriminate either. Once we launch the thing, and we're launching this thing this week, anybody, black, white, yellow, green, purple, brown, whatever you identify as, you can own this coin. But understand that it benefits foundational Black Americans because we have a treasury attached to it. Now, you can get in on the generational wealth side. You can get in on the rewards, the loyalties, and the whale rewards, and the passive income that we have attached to this coin. Okay, but there is also a treasury that's attached to this coin that is built with Dr. Claude Anderson's Powernomics in mind. Okay,
Can I get a promo?
Say again.
Can I get a promo? I just wanted to promote real quick. Cash Coins reached out to me. 𝗖𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀 Collectibles. We deal with very rare gold and silver coins that are tax-free in America. It's Sicilian and Black owned. My wife is Black from the Bronx. So come reach out at 𝗖𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀 Collectibles and reach me out at Cash Coins. We will teach you how to invest in tax-free money in America. And it's all facts, and it's in, the writing's in the pudding. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So just go to fbacoin.org and get the information. You can join our Telegram from the fbacoin.org. You can ask us questions. I'm a real person. You can talk to me in real time. You can ask me any questions. We open the VC daily. We hop in there. You can come in there and talk to us, and we'll let you know what's going on. But we are about to launch the most exclusive foundational Black American token known to man. This is the holy grail for all foundational Black Americans from here on and into the future. We have our own currency, and we're going to be practicing group economics. We have a community pool that's attached to this thing where I'm gonna tell you like this, I don't want any of our people spending time at the bank no more. I don't want you begging the bank to give you a loan. I don't even want you to go stand in that line. I want you to stand in line of the Black American, foundational Black American coin that we have. And I want you to let us lend you and loan you and give you the money so you can start your business, so you can buy your first house, so you can go to college. Whatever you want to use this for, We want to be the ones that fund this. We have an economics bucket. We have a media and political bucket. We have a emergency fund attached to this for emergency relief. We have a legal fund so we can help get some of our people in and out of jail who may have been wrongly persecuted. We have a lot of things attached to this coin. Education. We want to make sure that in the future that we just pull our kids out of school completely, and we have our own school that they can go to, or we start homeschooling our kids. Because when you send your kids to school, they're being traumatized, family. I don't know if you understand that and know that, but they are being traumatized. Okay, we don't want to keep putting our kids into a school system that doesn't really care about them, that puts them last, that put their needs and their values last, and don't teach the children the values of their parents. We don't want to send our kids to school. The most disheartening thing I've seen that was online was of the black kid, the little black boy who was like 9 years old. Okay, the teacher was singing him happy birthday and called him a monkey and embarrassed him in front of his other white school friends. That's very traumatizing. That's very traumatizing to know you have the right answer, right? And the teacher on purpose make sure you don't get the right answer, or tells you don't got the right answer. What's most disheartening is they're teaching history. They're teaching lessons that are not factually true to our history. Okay, we don't want to traumatize our kids anymore. We want to instill our own values in our kids. We want to teach and raise our own kids and not let the schools do it. So we are going to, in the future, we're going to make sure that we provide an avenue for our kids, for people from our lineage, either homeschool their kids or they have a alternative for school that they can go to. Yeah, go ahead, Monique. Sorry about that.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing, Miss NJ?
Hi,
How are
Mo.
you?
I'm well. How are you, friend?
I'm lovely. I am lovely. But you know what? I came up here because you guys were talking about the car, and the only reason Ford was able to do it was the mass production. Because you got to understand that it takes right now. It takes 2 months to 10 years to build a car by hand, mind you. That Patterson was also creating the tools and all the parts for these vehicles off the blueprints that he drew himself. So it would have took till now for us to get the 100th car, you know. So
Yes.
that he had to literally stop what he was doing and create the assembly system to mass produce these cars. There was no way everybody would have had a car. We'd still been riding around horse carriage through like the 1950s at least.
But do you know why that has happened though? And this is something that's built as a part of us as a people across the board. Because we are normally boots on the ground where true problems happen. We are inconvenienced. We are in the middle of chaos. There are things that are happening. And the reason that we respond the way that we do, and this is a known fact, because there is a better way to do it. And you know what happens? Most of the time, and Too Much is a perfect example. This segues into exactly what he was talking about with the FBA coin, right? Most of the time, because we don't have another avenue, what do? We go out and create something from nothing to have the ability to have the service to get to basically satisfy the need. The problem that comes in is that we don't think about the entire process that's needed. Where's the patent? Where's the copyright that goes along with it, right? And that includes not only the idea but the process. So what happens is, including people that are in this and I'm not saying that it's not true, because I know that it is, including people that are ear hustling right now. They're listening to everything that we say. They will go off and take the concept because someone has said, they have a coin over there. And that's fine. But the whole thing is, think about, this is normally what we do. And it's nothing negative, but we really need to think about, not so much as always being distracted by always arguing, but guess what? By design, we are always problem solvers.
Yeah.
So we need to think about, when we're solving these problems, take the full scope, take the opportunity and give yourself some grace, and think all the way through what it is that you're responding to. Like, why am I so irritated by this? Where is this problem coming from? Why am I so aggravated and annoyed? Because the information that you have is inaccurate. The data that you've been fed is inaccurate. How did you get that data? That's really the question, is, what's the root cause of this issue? And then we need to figure out how to completely allow ourselves to own that entire solution. That's really what we have to do as a people. Everyone, this is why they love for people of color, indigenous and Black people to be a part of certain things, because guess what? We are the first ones to jump in head first. We see an issue and guess what? We're not afraid of it. We're going to go in. And then they're like, oh, we don't need you anymore because we couldn't figure it out. But now I see that you have us at a point where I can. No, those days are over.
Exactly. So like with the light bulb, the flint for the light bulb, they literally deconstructed it and re-engineered it to try to make that wick not last forever, but to last as long enough that they can make more money off of that same thing. Things like that. The
Exactly.
Okay.
I agree with that. And that's why I said, with the arguments that go along with, the Africans saying, oh, you're not from here, prove it, prove it, prove it. It's like, wow. And we're actually, and the funny thing is, across the board, we're constantly having the conversation. Why are we entertaining it? For what? I don't have to prove to you. I don't have to prove anything to you. Why am I even talking to you? For what? We can talk about a solution to something that matters.
exactly.
Why are we talking about you telling me where I'm not from?
Right.
When you
And
have
you
a
know
ton of
what? I
issues
wanna.
in your country that has nothing to do with me, and you come to my home and you're telling me who I'm not. That's just, it is less than intelligent. It's just dumb.
Exactly.
I'm like, just stop talking to me. Like, yo, for real, stop talking to me. Stop talking to me. You really, you're irritating me. Stop talking to me. This is all you have at this point. We have all of the facts. We have all of the data, and the funny thing is, even if we go back and say, how about this? Because now it's 90,000 people that were dropped off as a part of the slave trade.
Hmm.
How about we talk about the trans-American slave trade? Oops. So how about, all those people that you keep saying, those the ones that's over in Ghana that looks like us? How about you do the DNA? Because I promise you, half of those are really from America. I said what I said. 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 But you ought to
All right,
want to
real
hear.
quick. Real quick. I also want to segue into this too. Listen, family. We've been talking about getting our own social media platform for the longest time. Okay. One of our very own has created something called 𝗥𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀𝗀𝗶cie. I'm on 𝗥𝗶𝗴𝗵𝗁.com. There's probably about a mountain of other content creators that are on 𝗥𝗶𝗴𝗵𝗁.com. 𝗥𝗶𝗴𝗵𝗁.com is special, not just because it's built by a foundational Black American, but also because this is built for creators. This is built with the creator in mind. Okay. I want you to think of this. Right? It's built for independent creators, filmmakers, streamers, commentators, gamers, musicians, educators, everyone. The platform gives creators full control over how they publish, grow, and monetize their work without gatekeepers. And what's unique and special about this is you can support your content creators using cryptocurrency. Stay tuned, family, because the FBA coin will be on the 𝗥𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀 TV social media platform. So you will be able to send your favorite content creator on 𝗥𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝑇V.com FBA coin. Stay tuned, family. It's in beta right now, but you can get access to it today. You can become one of the first content creators and beta testers on 𝗥𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘁 TV network right now. We have a plan right now, family. We want to see if we can break the server, because what that means, if we overflow the server or flood the server with us on there and we break it, that's a beautiful thing, because all we're gonna do is go buy a bigger server, and that means the platform is growing. So if you want to be able to talk strategy, you want to be able to say what we really want to say without being banned or deplatformed or get your page taken. We got 𝗥𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝑇V.com now, family, where I'm telling you, once this thing starts blowing up, I guarantee that TikTok and all the other social media platforms are going to copy what we're doing over there on 𝗥𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝑇V.com, if they don't try to buy it, because it's really that good. So y'all go to 𝗥𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝑇V.com. If you want to become a creator, just make sure you reach out to, there should be like a support line on there where you can reach out to them. You have to send them your email. Once you send them your email, within 24 to 48 hours, you'll get access to become a creator. You can start doing live. You can start making money right away on that platform, family. You can start making money from content. You can start charging for content. You can create featured films. If you're a filmmaker, family, you can create a feature film, okay? Or a short film, anything you want to create. Put it on 𝗥𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝑇V.com. Put up a pay window so people have to pay to watch the whole thing in entirety. You can give out a free previews, give them a trailer and a free preview of the movie. But once it starts getting good, you cut it off and you say, okay, there's a paywall now. If you want to see the rest of this movie, you got to pay. And you can start earning on your content from day one. And again, you can go live on the platform, and people like you, if they're rocking with you, they can support you with cryptocurrencies, not these little tokens that we get on TikTok that, it's cool. It looks good for the algorithm and looks good, things like that. But, I imagine if all those tokens that was sent was crypto, that'd be even better. Even better. So family, 𝗥𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝑇V.com. I told y'all we was going to have our own platform soon. Looks like we already do. 𝗥𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝑇V.com. Check it out. And also, family, before I get up out of here, I just want to say, listen, this was a great show. And those who stayed and got the game, I appreciate you. And you're going to be blessed with the information that you got here. Again, kind but not nice. Don't ever call me nice, but I can be kind. And the thing I love about being kind is I choose when I want to be and when I don't want to be. It's not based on how I feel, okay? It's not based on me trying to be performative and just want to please somebody or be accepted. I don't need to be accepted. No matter what room I go in, I'm telling you, I'm confident being me, and I'm interesting. People are interested in me just for being me. I don't have to do anything performative. I don't have to, do anything to draw attention to myself. When there's a need in the room, and I'm the only one that can answer it, that's when I become the most interesting man. And that's how I want it to be. I don't want to force my ideas or thoughts on anybody. But when the need arises and I can feel that need, I'll speak on it, and that'll be what it's going to be. And again, we don't chase over here, we attract. Let me say it again. We don't chase over here, we attract. We don't do anything performative. We are benevolent with boundaries, okay? My wife hates this, but I say it all the time. I'm a benevolent dictator. Okay, that's what I am. I'm a benevolent dictator. You don't have to like it, but that's just what it is. Okay, I'm a benevolent dictator, and that's just how I run things. So get on board with this family. Check out fbacoin.org. I wish Cousin was here. Plug into the grassroots media. If you want to know what's going on in Black Americanistan, what's going on with FBAs, how the grassroots is moving, follow channels like myself, follow people like Tariq Nasheed, follow people like Afro Elite, follow people like Professor Black True, follow people like Black Alpha Network, a host of others, as Cousin would say. But that you got to get plugged in, man. Y'all are watching way too much mainstream television, legacy media, and they're rotting your brain and programming your mind the wrong way. You fear if you are fearful of the future, it's because you've been watching too much TV. Turn that TV off. Plug in with your people. Plug in with your lineage, and that's how you're gonna thrive. There's no fear when you plug in with your lineage. There's no fear when you're hanging out with people that's really of the culture and invented the culture. Okay, there's only safety. There's only understanding and knowing that, hey, we got to fight ahead and we all got to put in work. There's not just we don't have no leaders. Okay, we have people that put in work, and when you putting in work for the lineage, you don't got to be afraid. Just understand you got a host of people that's gonna ride with you and have your back when you're putting in work for the lineage. So with that being said, family, I want to bid everybody a good night. Peace, love, reparations, and the blockchain. Take care. See you guys tomorrow.
Peace.